Welcome to today's positive thought of the day for August the 7th. If you've watched the angel of the day, you will see that it is the angel OEL, which is OEL. And we're going to look at an aspect of that angel, and that's our true identity. So because we're talking about universal traits, we're not talking about sort of like material aspects. We're not looking at our identity on a passport or a driving license. What we're looking at is who we are really in the universe. I think it's the Japanese say we have three masks. One is, what people see, one is an aspect hidden, and then one is a third mask, which hardly anybody sees. And I suppose in a way, trying to bring this into some sort of focus, it's very much a bit like how people see you on a day-to-day, maybe sort of like work colleagues. They will have an opinion of you from working with you on a regular basis. And that sometimes would almost like be considered like your sun sign on a zodiac or astrological symbol. And that is in effect what we project to other people. So we may try and project that we're focused, ambitious, but behind that sort of first mask, there may be some concerns that we're not getting on, we're not as confident as we appear. So there is maybe like a second mask that people don't see. And that mask is very much, almost like our weaknesses, what areas we need to work on. And sometimes that is considered our moon sign, because if you know somebody's moon sign and maybe very close to somebody, it could be, your partner, could be parents, could be children, then you might see behind the first mask, and you'll probably see their second mask, in effect, their weaknesses, what worries them. Your children may come home from school and say, they're struggling to understand a maths lesson, and that they will be coming to you for help to improve, and they will be showing their weaknesses and explaining what the weakness is. In our own personal lives, probably we don't open up to people very often about any weaknesses we have, maybe to parents, maybe to a partner, but generally very few people will actually understand those weaknesses or will know about them. And that is why sometimes the sun sign, what we project to others, it is very important, as we want people to believe maybe we are strong, focused, almost as though we don't have weaknesses. But as we all know, everybody has weaknesses. So that's the second mask that we hide from most people. There is in effect almost like a third mask, and this is the one we want to look at today, and that's our true identity. And that in effect is almost like the mask that nobody sees except ourselves. And sometimes when I'm trying to understand these different aspects of myself, this is very much what I consider the soul. And this is literally the point, the aspect that basically nobody else sees. So what is the purpose of the soul? Best way to think about the soul is, you may have seen sort of on the internet, there is a saying that people have put on the internet, which is you are not a person with a soul, you are a soul having a personal material experience. And that's very important to understand if you actually want to work with the universe and work closer with it. In your material world and the modern world we live, we are very focused on ourselves, our personal drive, and actually being ambitious for ourselves. You may even know people who think they are actually the centre of the universe, as everything has to revolve around them. That they always have this sort of personal drama. There's always something going on. They're always in sort of arguments with people. They're always in disputes. They've always got lots to say. And after a bit, you soon realise that actually it's just nothing. They're actually saying nothing. There's a lot of words, but actually all they're doing is just rehashing and going through the same information over and over again. Rather than stopping and actually resolving the problem, they just go on and on about the issue and spend all their energy focusing on a problem rather than focusing on resolving the problem, finding the solution. So when we look at our true identity, what we're actually trying to do is look at our soul, and our soul is very much what the universe sees and what the universe wants to work with. It can be very difficult to try and switch off the logical mind, the ego, I think it's called, which is focused on looking after the human body and actually striving for everything it wants. It needs warmth, it needs shelter, it needs food. And we become very sort of focused on just ourselves. But if we want to work more with the universe, we need to understand what our soul's purpose is. And that's where we're trying to find our true identity. And that is what the angel can help us with. And that is why we need to look at that positive thought and actually see about bringing it into our modern world from our soul. In effect, we need to almost like drip that knowledge down from our soul to our hidden person, hidden individual with weaknesses, and then into our material world and the world we show to others. So the universe, we actually sort of consider ourselves as the centre, and the universe is out there and it's beyond our reach, but we are part of it. Actually, if we need to understand our soul purpose and our true identity, we almost have to switch our thinking completely around, like a 180 degrees turn. And we need to consider ourselves as part of the universe, and then how we can bring that universal power and force into ourselves as an individual in the modern world. So how do you find your true identity, your true purpose in this life? I suppose in a way it can be difficult to sit down and find what it is. We may have hobbies we're interested in. We might like sports, might like watching sports, taking part. We may like, as we've seen in previous videos, like painting. But those are very much hobbies and interests we have which make us happy. But underlying that there is a spark inside us, and that's the soul, and the soul wants us to be happy with who we are in the universe, and that is often more difficult to find, and that is more difficult to make a connection with. We hardly ever use or speak to our soul or let our soul speak to us on the material world, as the logical world, the ego, is always there, is always constantly talking. So this is why we need that quiet meditation, often to slow down the logical mind, and this allows our true self to come forward, as it's now got the opportunity to bring forward lessons that it's received from the universe, and how we can use these lessons to improve our own life and the lives of others. So your true identity will be your soul lesson. What is your purpose on this earth, this planet, and how is it being used to help others? So maybe, as an example for myself, I've been taught meditation, and being a good listener, I've learned and seen maybe good aspects of people, and maybe bad aspects of people. People have maybe opened up to me, been a good listener, and showed me that second mask, what their weaknesses are, what they're afraid of, what life lessons they need help with. This isn't to say I've got all the answers. I'm very much a work in progress myself, and I'm trying to be a better person than the person I was the day before. I'm not in competition with anybody else. I'm in effect in competition with myself. So maybe for myself, my true purpose is to learn lessons from the universe and to be taught lessons by sort of angels, by spiritual guides, and then to help others learn these lessons so that they can go out and share this knowledge, these lessons with other people. So very much these lessons aren't for me to say to other people, I've got these lessons, I'm more skilled than you, I have more knowledge than you. These lessons have been given to me to help others, and maybe in a way that is my life lesson to help others, to give them this knowledge. This knowledge isn't just for me. I'm grateful for all the lessons I've been given, but this is to help others and to guide others, to be teachers and guides for other people. And the more I can help others, the more others can help me, and then we all share this knowledge, this universal knowledge, this universal love to help others and to be a better person as an individual. Then that is, I suppose, in a way, my true purpose. It isn't to make money and to have a nice property and unfortunately to have a mortgage. My true identity probably, when I really think about it, is to learn universal lessons and to use these lessons to help others. This isn't to say I'm an expert. I'm very much a work in progress, and I would hope that today I'm a better version than yesterday, and tomorrow I will be a better person than today. So very much as an individual, I'm a work in progress, always trying to learn new lessons from the universe, and then working with different guides, different angels, using that knowledge and those universal life lessons to help others. So maybe take some time to try and slow down your logical mind, slow down that ego, which thinks that it is the centre of the universe, and try to reach out to the universe to ask it for assistance and guidance on your true soul purpose, your true identity. So quite a lot to think about today, and it is a very difficult life lesson, a universal life lesson to learn. But when you do learn and understand what your true purpose is, then you will have this brilliant joy and happiness, which, as we said with this angel, it is the angel for the 5th astrological house, which is sort of joy and happiness. But this will be on a universal scale, as you will find out what your true role is in the universe. And that is a brilliant life lesson, universal lesson to learn and understand. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, then please a thumbs up. If you didn't, then even a thumb down. As there are regular videos, then if you hit the subscribe button and the subscribe bell, then you'll be notified when the next video, Angel of the Day or Positive Thought of the Day, or even the meditation videos goes live. So thank you for today, and I hope you found the video enjoyable.